Oh, hey you, it's Lucas, and I'm here to answer all your questions. There's a lot of questions, so I want to get down to them and try to answer them as quick and efficiently as possible. Here we go. My first question comes from Jessica Trash01. Any tips and advice for someone wanting to start a band as a guitarist or lead singer? What I have to say to that is start right now. Don't wait for an opportunity to come along. Write songs, practice your singing, practice your guitar playing. There's going to be bands that form and you're going to want to join one, and what if you're trying to compete against someone, you may not get the spot, you're just going to regret not having the skills to be in that band. So don't do drugs, kids. I'd rather you spend nights at home practicing guitar and singing instead of going out and doing drugs. But yeah, that's Lucas' advice for you. And if you follow my advice, you'll turn out just like me. Luna Eclipse, what advice would you give to a new starting YouTube musician? So this is like a similar question we got here. So cover new songs that just came out. The songs that are older, like for example, songs by The Main, I covered a few songs from their first album. They don't get many views. And obviously The Main is a pretty popular band still, and that's mostly because of their new material. So yes, I suggest just as soon as a song comes out, cover it right away. You're bound to get lots of views depending on how popular the band is, of course. But Rye Oreo, what advice would you give to a new guitarist that's getting into a band? Well, I would say practice your vocal abilities, because it's definitely an asset that you can use going into a band. You can be like, hey, I can do some backing vocals, I can harmonize this, And also I would say write songs, because the more songs you write, you'll get better at writing. And so when it comes to actually being in a band, you're going to want to write songs together. I mean, some bands have it where there's one main songwriter, but I'm sure there's going to be a part where you guys are all going to collaborate and see what you can come up with. You can bounce ideas off each other, so it's good to kind of have a sense of songwriting capabilities. It's tough even for me, of course. It's not easy writing a song, but that's a whole other subject to get into. Chantel Dubaro. Hello, I'd like to congratulate you for what you achieved. You can go far because your music is very good. Greetings from Santiago de Chile. My English is very bad, I'm sorry. Well, Chantal, no worries, your English is great. I understand you completely. I just want to say thank you. I mean, you didn't really give me a question, but I think you deserve a shout out because it's cool I have a fan from Chile, so that's pretty badass. Thank you. Margaret Grace, I love your tabs and I appreciate you posting them so much. How long have you been playing guitar? How often, how long do you practice in a day? And what general advice do you have for someone trying to improve? Well, thanks. I used to practice 2 or 3 hours a day back in high school. I used to play metal songs to help my guitar playing capabilities, shredding solos and stuff, fast riffs, all that stuff. But I honestly slowly dropped it off after high school, I guess partially because of school, but also because I felt like I was at a point where I was good enough where I didn't want to try to improve. I got good, but then to get even better, you need to do so much more work. For someone trying to improve, just play songs that you enjoy the most, because then you're going to be more motivated to learn them. Okay, this one's from Suck My Ass. Oh my god, I love that name. Alright, do you like that amazing band called Against the Current? If you do, what's your favorite song? I haven't checked them out yet. I'm sorry, I failed you. Cats vs. dogs. Okay, everyone says dogs, but you know what? I'm going to disagree a little bit. I think cats are cuter, but dogs are the ones who want to interact with you, so they're more fun. So I think I'd rather play with a dog, but I'd rather own a cat, because cats are just a lot less of a burden to own. Do you like otters? Okay, I mean, they're cool, I guess. I don't think I've seen one in person, but sure. Bubbles, what was the first instrument you learned? Piano when I was 6 years old. Did you self-teach yourself the guitar? Yeah, I'm completely self-taught. Do you play any other instruments? Piano and clarinet. What other bands do you listen to? Check out the bands that I've covered on my YouTube channel. That's, then other than that, I'll have metal bands I like, such as Protest the Hero, Atreyu, Beartooth, Trivium, Iron Maiden. Angelina 101010, have you ever wanted to be in a band? I am. We are Academy Killer. But I also used to be in a band called No Gears Allowed, and you can check our shit out on YouTube if you really want. Jackson Scott, how do you keep the fringe alive in 2018? Well, here's the thing, you gotta own that shit, okay? You gotta be proud of who you are. The other thing is, I don't fuck with man buns. I would look terrible with a man bun, let's be real. So, fringe all the way. Tony Cron says, what was the first song you learned on guitar? I would say Almost Easy by Avenged Sevenfold. First full song, probably Green Day, because Almost Easy, very first thing I tried to play was the intro riff, the intro lick thingy. Huntoxic Gamer 5, how do you make your videos split screen? I use Sony Vegas Pro 11, and I use 2 tracks with the frames, one to the left and one to the right. So that's basically how I do it. I mean, I know, technology. Kayla Alexander, can we be friends, man? Duh, of course! Hit me up! ANC has got some questions for me. How long does it take you to learn a song? Depends on the song, but usually takes 3 solid hours. That includes tapping it out and making sure formatting is correct and reads well. Okay, do you figure them out by ear or do you use other sources? I'll be making a future video on this, but yeah, it's all done by ear. I rarely ever use the instrumental version to figure out, and I also rarely ever search up live videos with the band playing the song so I can kind of see where their hands are on the fretboard. How long have you been playing and how old were you when you started? Well, it's been about like over 8 years now, and I was 14, so time flies. How did you meet your bandmates and when did your band start? I met my singer and bassist through Kijiji. They were looking for a lead guitar player, and I was like, yo, I'm here, pick me. And I knew my drummer from my previous band, and I also found him online. If you had to only listen to one band for the rest of your life, what band and why? I would say Avenged Sevenfold, because their albums are very diverse, so like it's not like one specific style I'd be listening to. Like they have like heavy stuff like screaming, they have more progressive metal stuff. That's the other thing, like I like technical stuff. When it's basic, it kind of gets tiring after you listen to it for so many times, but like when it's more technical music, there's more to take in, so there's more replay value. Oh, how many instruments do you play? I play guitar. I mean, I also think I can play bass. I mean, I don't know, I can do it, but I'm definitely not great. I used to play piano and clarinet as well, and I also play a mean triangle. Golden Wolf 2 says, since when did you play the electric guitar? I was 14 years old. Those were the days. Declan Turner. Hey Lucas, long time subscriber, first time caller. It's really great to see how far you've come on YouTube and seeing your progress as a musician. From when you started out till now, it seems you've really grown into a much more confident person, both musically and in your personality. I think everyone here wants to know how did you break out of your shell? What advice do you have for others hoping to do the same? And who's the one of your close musical friends who helped you do it? Also, if you're gonna do that thing where you put a screenshot of the question in the video, I want everyone to know they should follow me on Twitter and Instagram, Declan Turner. Well, that was a mouthful. Thank you, my man. Yeah, I've taken huge strides since then. I was an awkward bean now, and now I'm like a full-blown Chile. And honestly, getting myself a girlfriend gave me a confidence boost, as lame as that sounds, I know. And also straightening my hair, because I wasn't really confident about my hair until about a year ago, and no one recommended me to straighten my hair. So like, I was like, yo, why didn't anyone tell me I looked like shit? And also getting better at singing helped my confidence as well, so. And speaking of girlfriend, here is my girlfriend, Sky McCoy again. She is thebomb.ca, because we are in Canada. Are you actually scary as fuck? Of course I am. Like, I look like I could come straight out of that 2008 emo pop punk scene. Radio Rebel asks, what's your favorite With Confidence song? I'd say either Waterfall or Voldemort. Elena Keys, covers and tabs are so great. I can't wait to see what else you do. You made me want to start playing guitar, and do you write any original songs, or do you want to write originals in the future? Well, thank you. I do write originals, actually. I've written a lot, but like half of them are garbage and they don't flow at all. So since then I've gotten quite a bit better at constructing songs. I do want to show you guys my originals. I just got to sit down, take the time to actually record them properly, probably make them just acoustic renditions of them. Hopefully, I don't know, by the end of the year I'll have some stuff for you guys, hopefully sooner. Isabella Kodarin? Sometimes I want to learn a new song on guitar, but I get stuck at some point and give up. Any advice on what to do when I get stuck? Well, you can improvise, like you don't have to play note for note what you're stuck on, so you can kind of simplify it a little bit. And plus, when I used to play guitar, when I used to practice metal songs on guitar and they were too hard for me to play the solo, I would just stick to the rhythm guitar.